ինքս ինձ համար անձնական խայտառակություն կհամարեմ, որ Հայաստանում մեր կառավարության օրոք քաղբանտարկյալներ հայտնվեն։
Ես հավաստիացնում եմ, որ Հայաստան Հանրապետությունում մենք չենք ունենա քաղբանտարկյալներ։
Նոր Հայաստանում քաղբանտարկյալներ չկան եւ չեն լինելու։
Այս ցինիկ խոստումների տակ
Under these cynical promises, under the guise of the bastion of democracy, Armenia is today a home for dictatorship, a political prisoners. At the moment, about 30 people are under arrest with obviously fake accusations, politically motivated and fabricated criminal cases. Nikol Pashinyan is afraid of each of them and sees a personal threat to his power. These persons interfere with the conspiratorial plan to put Armenia under Turkey. Therefore, they should be isolated in penal institutions. Let's remember the political prisoners who are in prison at the moment one by one. For more than 3.5 years, the former chairman of the Urban Development Committee, Vahagan Vermishan, has been imprisoned, whose corruption scandals about Pashinyan did not cause any legal consequences. Vermishan's assessment to Nikol, who is pursuing him criminally, is precise.
Why are they here, all of them? There are 40-50 guys. They brought them to prison instead of pulling that crook's ears and putting him in the deep pit of Horvirab, so that the passers-by can spit on him.
Mamiko Naslanyan, the re-elected mayor of Vanadzor, has been in custody for almost 2 years. The sole purpose of isolating him was to appoint their own candidate of the mayor in Vanadzor. He won the 2021 Vanadzor Council elections, but immediately after the election, the Nikolian ragtag team arrested Aslanyan. The aim is clear.
In order not to be able to assume the position of mayor, which was supposed to be on December 17, and as things happen, I was arrested on December 15 by chance.
More than a year, the former commander of the Artsakh Defense Army, Lieutenant General Mikhail Arzumanyan, has been under the pretrial detention on a fictitious charge related to the fall of Shushi. This is despite the fact that Pashinyan has repeatedly recognized Artsakh as a part of Azerbaijan. That is, he blazed the general of the Armenian army for the allegedly unsuccessful military operation carried out in the territory of another state. Grigor Khachaturov, one of the glorious generals of the Armenian army, has been in prison for 7 months on fabricated accusation the military man who never executed any orders to retreat and withdraw, the last general who defeated the Azerbaijanis. It's clear that he was the military man who could stop the complete depopulation and surrender of Artsakh. But releasing him first from the position of the commander of the military formation and then arresting him was the greatest gift given to Aliyev, which freed his hands and became the prelude to another attack to Armenia. For more than 4 months, one of the main opponents of this regime, Armen Ashotyan, the vice president of Republican Party, has been in custody. Just for uncovering Nikol's lies, Ashotyan targeted political speech, Nikol's continuous warnings about new betrayals to be expected, the document transferred and published by his European colleagues about new concessions, and small-minded and meek creator like Nikol naturally would not tolerate. And though one of his henchman judges, former policeman and prosecutor, Dolmazyan, he's just subjected him to legal political prosecution. He just subjected him to illegal political prosecution. They don't even keep the formal side. The judge doesn't even hide that he is also prosecutor. He doesn't even need to go to the constitution room. He immediately extends to detention period. However, even from the detention center, Ashotyan continues his missions to struggle and expose the ragtag team.
I feel very bad because when I was illegally detained for the first time, I left your reality. It was completely different. There were 2 Armenian states. Today, even if they give me that freedom back, they take me to a reality where there is 1 Armenian state. They will take me to a reality, if they do it, where 500 additional people are either buried or dead. There are no corpses or they are missing. I am upset that I was cut off from my family. I feel bad when I compare my pain with the pain of thousands of other people who lost a family member irretrievably. I feel bad that I was cut off from my home, but I know hundreds of thousands of people living in this country who don't have a home at all. I feel bad because I'm still sitting in the prisons of Armenia and thousands of my compatriots are sitting in the prisons of Baku.
For a month and a half, Garik Galeyan, Mkhitar's father, the hero of the 44-day war, has been in custody for a ridiculous and fictitious article. It's clear that the reason for arresting him was his clear political and civil stance and activism.
Nicole's actions are such actions. There is no need to be afraid. We must realize that tomorrow none of us is guaranteed that today, if I leave my house in the country yard of the building, a Turk will not shoot me or someone else's child, another citizen, anywhere. None of us are guaranteed.
The new wave of repressions by the administration began with a great momentum during the recent release and acts of disobedience. Writer, public figure, leader of the veto movement Narek Malyan was arrested a month ago. As soon as the protests began, just for his influential public speech and for pretending the imminent end of the regime.
Wait very soon for the call by which we will cleanse them. If these are traitors, I am the one who catches the traitors. If these are traitors, I am the one who judges traitors. If these are traitors, I am the one who punishes traitors.
Albert Bazeyan, co-founder and former vice president of Yerkrapah Volunteers, colonel of the Reserve Army, former mayor of Yerevan, who was one of Nicole's harsh critics in recent months, was accused a month ago for fictitious charge of usurping power and was quickly arrested. The real Yerkrapah land grant, who called Nicole a traitor, was imprisoned, while Sasun Mikhailian and his associates are free to desecrate the memory of Vazgen's parapet.
It is said that he represents the Republic of Armenia in international relations, and we feel humiliated. I feel humiliated that someone like Pashinyan represents our republic in international relations.
At the start of a new wave of demonstrations in Yerevan, Levon Kocharyan, the son of the second president Robert Kocharyan, was also quickly arrested. The Red Berets police brought him into custody with particular brutality, used brute force in the police car, while Levon Kocharyan himself was allegedly accused of beating the policeman.
People, it's not too late. If you think that all this will end with the handing over of Artsakh, you are wrong. For 5 years we have been repeating what the government will lead to, and unfortunately we see that this is what is happening. Syunik will be next, Gegarkunik will be next, if we don't all come out together now.
Tatev Artsakh, the sister of Georg Virabyan, one of the victims of the 24-day war, was detained for participating in demonstrations and civil disobedience. They punished her ostentatiously to the extent that she fainted in the cell. If you don't organize everything inside your country, what do you demand from the Russia? What do you demand from the Russia while the government of Armenia says Artsakh is Armenia and that's it? He goes to the Turk. I don't know what he is doing. He's going to negotiate with the Turk. He goes to the peace treaty with the Turk. Apart from Tatev, there are currently about 20 protesters under arrest, all of whom were arrested and then detained during the days of the final handover and depopulation of Artsakh. Among them are Artsakh citizens who have lost relatives and have hardly reached adulthood. Remember these names and faces well. Vahagan Vermisyan, Mamikon Aslanyan, Mikhail Arzumanyan, Grigori Khachaturo, Armen Ashotyan, Gari Galeyan, Narek Malyan, Albert Bazeyan, Levon Kocharyan, Tatev Artsakh. Their only fault is they dared to rebuke the authorities handing over lands. To fight against them, soon, all political prisoners will be released. Moreover, they will form the core of the future national government. And here, Pashinyan will spend many decades in penal institutions, but already with hundreds of proven charges of state treason. Decide, dear citizen, which face is the right one.